All right, hello everybody. Welcome to Elvis-A-Z, and today Dylan Bowen and I will be reviewing our top five jumpsuits, our
Mhm.
favorites. We're going to
Yep.
compare which ones he likes to mine, and we might be a little surprised which ones we do like and which ones how
Yep.
different we are. What you got to
Mhm.
say? What do you think, Dylan?
All right. Now, a heads up. I now Rick knows what mine are, but I don't know what Rick's are. So this should be interesting to see.
Yeah, yeah,
Match
yeah.
if that.
There's a little bit of a difference. I think. Yeah, there's a little bit of a difference between us two. We both definitely got different, little bit different
Yeah.
tastes in it.
Mm.
Um, but it'll be fun. To review it, we're gonna. Now Dylan's not gonna be able to see the pictures I put up here, so I'll be doing a little ad libbing to it. Also, Dylan's where we're at. But what we're
Yeah.
gonna do, because I want to end it all with Dylan's number one pick, we're gonna start off with my number five pick.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let me do a couple adjustments here. Let me take that out and put the image slide on. Okay, now what we have here in the middle of the picture is my number five selection. Is the white two piece with laced pockets, 1972.
Ooh,
Now,
that's
a,
rogue.
a
That's
little
a rogue.
little history on this one. Okay, I got to get my notes here because I suck at memory. So this suit came out in 1972, and on record is that he only wore this like one time,
Hmm.
and this was in Vegas, and he actually wore it a few nights before I saw him in 1972. Actually, I take that back. He didn't wear it in Vegas. The only time he wore this was in Tulsa, Oklahoma, on June 20th, 1972. That's the only record we have of him wearing it. Now, whether he wore it any other time, I don't know. But I liked all his two-piece suits. But
Hmm.
out of all of them, this was my favorite because I love the shirt. But I just think the two-piece outfits just kind of gave him a whole different look. It was almost like a more comfortable. It was a different Elvis. Than
Yeah.
in the jumpsuits. They weren't sequined and all that, which I did like, but it was just different. It was a good look. So that's
Yep.
so that's my number five. Um, it. Um, but now number five for Dylan.
All right. My number five
Your number
is the friend.
is the Fringe. Yeah, I like this one too.
So, all right. So Elvis first wore this on August 10th, 1970, and at his opening show, which we all know. But actually, some people might not realize this, but he actually wore it last in July, I believe, of 1971.
Wow.
And he wore it with a red scarf. And there's a photo of it, which I should have sent you, but I didn't. But maybe when we get done with this, I'll send you it over so that you can put the picture out.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Do that. I could put it in there.
He also wore it on, I believe, both of his 1970 tours. He wore it with different belts. He wore it with the original white belt, a green belt, and a blue belt.
Yeah.
And I think that covers all the belts. I think.
Yeah. I love
Like,
this. I love the scene, and that's the way it is when he's walking backstage in the
yeah,
Fringe suit. He's walking with Millie Kirkham and the other members of his entourage, and he just looks so freaking cool. You know.
yeah.
Yeah. It's a great suit. Yeah.
So Rick's number
So my
four.
number four is the red pinwheel,
Okay.
1972, and I always like this. He only wore it. Let's see, on record six times, and most all the times he wore it was with the gold attendance belt.
Yep.
But the first time he wore it was the February '72 at the Hilton, and then of
Hmm.
course he opened up the Elvis on Tour concert in Hampton Roads on April 9th with it. And
Yep.
there's
Yep.
hopefully we're gonna get some of that videotape released one day of,
Uh,
from MGM. But
mhm.
yeah, that's my number four. I just thought he looked so hot in red. It just no pun intended, being red, but that gold belt just stood out so much up against that red. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
And what I find hilarious about it, the nickname is the Burning Love suit, and he actually did sing Burning Love
Yeah.
in the suit,
Yeah.
which I just like.
Yeah.
It's so funny to me, but it is like him in the Burning Love suit, singing Burning Love, amazing.
Yeah.
That's great for me. So my number 4 pick
Yeah. Your number 4 pick
is
is
that Rick saw in person,
okay.
and this is actually 49 years tomorrow, and it's the Peacock.
Yeah.
So Elvis made his debut with the suit 49 years ago tomorrow, and Rick was there. And Rick did this great video where he explained all about it, and he did some stories about it, which I like. I love hearing stories about it. So that's my number 4 pick.
That's your number 4 pick. Yeah. Yeah, that's a great suit, you know, and history says that his grandson Benjamin actually bought the suit at an auction
Yeah.
and owned it. I guess when he died, I don't know where the suit's at these days, whether you know it's that, but yeah, it's a great suit. So
All right. So
my number 3
mm-hmm.
is the Black Conquistador.
Ooh, okay.
1972. Yeah, that one he only wore 2 times on record, both in November of '72 in San Bernardino, and then of course what's really popular when he wore was at the Honolulu show in November, just prior to the Aloha from Hawaii concert.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's another thing I thought he always looked good in was black. He just he just looked good in that black, you know.
Yeah. And the fun side note is there was actually a white version of this too, but I always liked
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's a great suit.
I don't know. There's something about Elvis in black that I just think looks good.
Yeah. Yeah, when he opened up in Vegas in '69, you know, just in the black Cossack outfits, he looked, you know, the black and the white one and that dark navy blue one. He looked good in those.
Mm.
And then there's another black suit. It's
Mohair.
Yeah. So your number 3
is the Studded Arabian.
Yeah, that's a good looking one.
So he wore this first in 1973, and probably most famously wore it in Memphis on March 20th, 1974.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you that will know, this is the show where he did the Grammy Award-winning version of How Great Thou Art.
Yeah.
And when you listen to the record, it's not kind of hard to understand why he won a Grammy for that, because it's just like it's a great performance.
That album is on my it's the one I wake up to every day to hear, almost every day. It's just the whole album is just, you know, when he gets down to Lottie McClotty, and you know Glenn kicks it off with that keyboard, and everything just falls right in. That's just a power song. By that time, I'm so revved up. But you know, Why Me, Lord? How Great Thou Art? The whole album. It's every song of it just Help Me. You know, his version of Help Me on that is just great.
No, see, and what I love about it is like it's so like fanboy.
Yeah.
For the time as well.
Yeah.
So
all
that's
right. That's your number 3. My number 2 is the Adonis.
Oh, okay. Okay, so see, I'm seeing a pattern here. It's all been 72 so far.
Yeah, I just 72 happens to be one of my, you know, pretty much everything in my 72 except for one, and that's going to be my number one. But 72 in the Adonis, it's what he opened up in Madison Square Gardens with. He just looks, you know, it's just a hot looking suit. I love it, and you know he. Let's see how many times on record is 5 times of wearing it. He wore it. You know, his last time was in Tucson, Arizona. Yeah, it's a good looking suit, especially with the gold belt.
Yeah, and the cape as well.
Yeah, and that gold line cape.
Yeah,
good one. All right, your number 2.
So my number 2 is, I nearly put this my number 1, but my love for the number 1 suit in my list was just too high.
Yeah.
So So it was with a heavy heart that I had to put to number 2. But it's the Lucky from
Yeah.
1972.
That's the suit he
Now,
wore when I first saw him in Vegas.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
August
And,
24th.
and he wore it with 3 belts. He wore it with the macrame belt, which you saw him
Yeah, that's right.
with. He had the mirror belt, which he wore in 72 as well.
Yeah.
And then the original belt. Now, for me, I don't know what it is about the original belt. I don't really like that belt.
Right.
I like the other 2 better.
Yeah.
But I gotta real quick that one of my favourite photos ever with Elvis is of him in the Lucky with the macrame belt in Vegas, and that was taken by Judy Palmer.
Oh, really? That's
Who,
well. That I've got that. Your pictures that you sent me, I put them on all together, so each one has all 3 of the pictures that you sent me. So in the
yeah,
picture of the lucky suit, I got all 3 pictures. The one that you're talking about from Vegas with the macrame belt, and then the other
yeah,
2 with the other 2 belts. So I got a
yeah,
one's a rear shot, which the ladies will love because it's a great rear shot.
yeah. And,
And then
and that belt is, I didn't know this until recently, right? But that belt wasn't actually made for that suit. He wore it in 1971 with the Indian fringe jumpsuit, the knot suit.
oh, really?
Yeah. So there's footage of him, and in the footage, the belt looks purple. But then someone touched it up, and it came out that it was the blue belt from 72.
Oh,
So my theory is they must have made it in 71 for him
okay.
to wear
That's a
the
good point.
Indian fringe. But here's the thing, he must have liked it because he wore it again with the Lucky in
Yeah.
72. So he must have liked it. So that's my number 2.
Well, I know that
But
when I saw him in Vegas and he came out from behind the curtain there, and
yeah,
it's a gold curtain, of course, on the sides. And when he walked out and that light hit him, the pictures don't really show any justice, but when the lights hit all the jewels and all the little bits on that suit, it sparkled. I mean, it
yeah,
really sparkled in that room, and it was, it's just like it was breathtaking when he walked out with that suit.
and I think this was, and was this still the time when he was walking out with the capes on?
Yeah, this one he didn't walk out with the cape when I saw him. He had the cape put on at the end, but didn't have the cape. It was by that time he stopped walking out with the cape. Not long before that. So,
Mm.
but
So
the cape was, it was it shined.
yeah, so that is my number 2. So Rick's number 1.
Yeah,
Wait,
and
number 1? Yeah,
I think you could pretty much guess. My number
wait.
1 is the peacock suit.
Uh, yeah,
That's of course, I have a fondness for this one because I saw him when he wore it the first time. Beautiful suit, and it's just, it was my dad's favorite. It was my favorite. It's just a great jumpsuit. And I think it was one of Elvis's favorites too.
yeah.
And though he, let me see what the history is on that. The history on that is, that's the picture. I don't want the picture. I want the where'd the peacock thing go? There it goes. He wore it 14 times. And of course, the first time was 49 years ago tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he wear it 14 times. He must have liked it
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Because there's not a whole lot of suits that, with the exception of like the sundial, and there's a few others.
American Eagle.
The American Eagle. There's not really many that hit up in the teens or more.
Mm.
He had a lot of. How many jumpsuits did he have altogether? I don't even know. I don't even know.
You are asking.
And how many
You are
did he
asking.
not even wear? How many were there out there that maybe was on the new tour that he never even wore?
Yeah, well. I think I can answer that question. The blue suit it was made. Well, not made, but it was designed.
It was designed. They were also talking of one with laser lights.
Yeah, no, see, I think that's the one that they, because I think they made the blue one as a prototype to the laser one,
Yeah.
and then he was gonna add the laser to it, but of course Elvis, like we know that Elvis didn't get to have a suit, and he didn't do that at all. But I think that would have been a great like album cover of him with like the suit, like with the lasers coming out.
Oh yeah.
Like a great album cover.
It was about that time, the '70s, when lasers were starting to become popular, and I was thinking about
Yeah,
this the other day. The coolest thing, I growing up in the '60s and the '70s and all that, I went to a lot of concerts, saw a lot
yeah,
of bands and all that, and the best concerts I went to were the ones that didn't have all this elaborate light shows and all that. It was
yeah,
all, the performer, and obviously Elvis didn't need any of that. He didn't need any theatrics. It's like the other day I was watching something on. I saw a reel where they were talking about Taylor Swift's tour, where she jumps in a swimming pool under stage and swims across. I'm like, why do you need that? I'm there to go hear you sing. I don't want to watch you swim. It's just, they're having to do all that. Of course, they're lip syncing, all the choreography. Elvis didn't need any of that. In fact,
no,
people would have gone there just to listen to him talk for an hour.
yeah, yeah,
Literally.
yeah,
So it's
yeah,
just, when they talk about the greatest entertainer ever, even
yeah,
Bruce Springsteen. I saw him once, and his shows were like almost 4 hours long. And by the time
yeah,
4 hours went by, I was ready to leave. But he still, he was a good stage performer. But that was it. There was no choreography. He just stood up there and he sang and jammed around with the guys.
yeah. And the thing about like Elvis too is like what people might not realize is like if you first of all, if you're new to Elvis, welcome. First of
Yeah,
all,
yeah,
you're in for a ride. So, but what you might not realize at first is he's singing like live.
right,
He's not like thinking like he's doing it live. For
right.
example, in Dream, right? We're going off on a tangent. I apologize, but it's fine. So if I can dream, that's live,
Oh yeah,
because originally Steve Binder says that he was just going to get Elvis to sing to the track,
right,
but then he decided that it'd be better if he took the vocal out of the track
right,
and they just sing it live.
right.
Which,
Oh yeah,
but
it would have never been. It would have never had the same effect.
yeah,
I mean,
but
I mean, in the black suit on stage, he slip synced it.
yeah,
And you
but
could tell, and it just wasn't the same dynamic as it was in
yeah,
the white suit.
but see, the thing about an 11 performance is like even though he's lip syncing, he's still singing like over the track because you can hear him sing,
Oh yeah,
but he's just like singing over the track,
yeah.
which like you said doesn't have the same effect, but it's still a great performance.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, even the worst of Elvis is better than the best of anybody else.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So okay, now we're gonna go to Dylan's number one. Are we ready? Drum roll.
This will be no surprise to anybody. It's the totem pole.
The totem
Now
pole.
this suit. Now some people hate this suit with an absolute passion. I personally don't understand why, because to me it's a piece of art. It's just so beautiful. But at the same time, I can understand because it is very loud and it's very like
It was
heavy.
different. In all honesty, it's not one of my favorites,
Yeah,
but it's just so different.
yeah,
The neck part, and of course the choker. It's just he looks so gothic.
yeah. Gothic. Yeah,
Yeah,
and the thing is now now the belt that he wore with his two belts, the original belt, and then he wore a belt called the Red Armadillo belt, which
yeah,
funnily enough he never wore with Armadillo.
right.
He must have liked it with the suit more
Yeah.
than the Armadillo,
How many times
and
did
I
he
think
wear this?
like vibe to it, and like the sleeves and like how it like cuts out
Yeah,
like here, and then the choker.
yeah,
I like it, but one thing I love is again I'm going off on a tangent again, so it's fine. Like we'll just, but I would like those types of suits like the chicken bone as well,
yeah,
because like that's got a choker as well, and it's got.
yeah,
But actually, so what we'll be doing is this will be going out live, right?
yeah. This will go out. You mean
Okay,
on a chat?
yeah,
Yeah, I think I'll do that on chat. Yeah,
okay. So in that case, please let us know in the comments what you think of these suits and what order you'd put them in,
yeah,
because because as Brent says all the time, like this is a community channel,
Right.
so people can have their input and say
Yeah.
like what suits they put in one order, and if you don't agree with it, then you like tell us maybe like what suit you'd like replace it with.
Yeah.
So say if, like
Everybody's got their different tastes, you know.
yeah, and say for example you don't agree with like the peacock being Rick's number one, you'll set maybe like put it at a place where you think and then like replace it with your own, and like this is a place where we can come together
Yeah.
and not like fight or not do any of that stuff, just do it in a nice kind of like
Yeah.
way without you know
Yeah. 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 I mean, that's one thing I always try to say in my videos when I talk about my opinions about songs or review them. That's my opinion. You know, that doesn't mean that anybody else's opinion is wrong. It's just their opinion. But
yeah
I like to hear other people's opinions because sometimes it gives me kind of like, oh yeah, I never really thought about that. You know,
yeah
and there's just
yeah
too many people out there that just that's what gets me on about. I know I'm going off a tangent now too, but
oh,
I get off on Facebook on some of these stupid pages where people start going off on Parker and Priscilla and everything else, and it's just like, go away, get on your little spaceship and fly away. It's just like I'm done
yeah
with it. But I encourage everybody to put their input in.
yeah
Um, and I'm not going to criticize anybody for it. That's commenting me. That's your opinion. But then if you want to leave a rude comment, you're going to get deleted. That's all there is to it. You get nasty, you're going to be gone. Where Elvis,
yeah
it's not the spirit of Elvis, and that's what I always say.
mm,
I try to do my channel in the spirit of where Elvis would treat everybody right. That's how I would do it. So
yeah. The thing is, like as Vic just said, we encourage you guys to put in like suits what you think.
yeah,
You're you don't have to like take our word for it.
right.
If you think that like some suits could go higher or go lower, tell us.
Yeah. Let us know.
And
In the comments,
yeah,
I think while we're doing it, while we're chatting, we'll just ask everybody. I could throw up the little polls. What's your number 5? And have everybody put it in. And I go, what's your number 4? And everybody put
mm,
it in. It'll be a nice little poll to do as we're doing a chat. So, yeah. All right. So now, after 24 hours have gone by, we decided we wanted to add. Actually, it was Dylan's idea to add an honorable mention because there are so many jumpsuits out there.
yeah,
You go back to think about, oh, I hated leaving that one out and that one out. Originally, we were going to do a top 10, but that would have been an hour's video.
I
So,
would have been like 2. So like we have changed clothes. So like this is us in the future.
yeah, well, I'm still wearing the same thing. I thought, well, I'm going to put mine back on, but yeah, that's you in the future.
Yeah,
So, actually,
and you,
what I should have done is this. Now, hold on a second. Let me take Shelly off here. And I'll introduce my new cap that I've made. So hopefully down
yeah,
the road I'll get some more made and get them out there. So
yeah,
anyway, so
yeah.
what? Go ahead, Dylan.
Oh, sorry. No, see, no, see. I keep interrupting you. I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's a delay there. That's why.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. So by the time you've seen this, you you'll probably seen the first few like suits that we've picked. So now this is us, as Rick said, a day later,
Right.
and we'll get back to us in the past, but this is on us in the future because we decided to do honorable mentions. So, do you want to do yours first, and I'll do mine,
Yeah,
or
I'm gonna let me cue it up here. I forgot to
okay,
cue it
okay,
up. So now, so the last one was your number 1.
yeah,
So,
cool.
my honorable mention is the Chinese dragon.
Tell you what, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a real good one.
There's
That's
there's not a whole lot of really good pictures of it either out there. I had a hard time finding one for this. Let me pull this up here real quick. Let me get the stats on this thing. Um, my computer lags a little bit when we're recording here, but yeah, there's not a whole lot of pictures. There's a little bit of video out there.
yeah.
Let's see here. That's that one.
There's a great photo of him walking out on stage with his glasses on in this suit. which I love that picture.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, you're right.
But here's the thing that people might not realize is that like we can't see the pictures, so I don't know what pictures Rick pulling up.
Yeah,
So
I can see him, but you
I don't know
can't.
if it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. He first
yeah.
wore
So
this in September of '74 at the Hilton,
yeah.
and
Hmm.
then he wore it four more times. Once, all in one tour there. September
Yeah.
29th, October 1st, 4th, and 6th, and I guess he never wore it again. But most of the pictures are black and white pictures. So
Yeah.
this was actually the best picture I found. It, but from what I've seen of the actual, when they've got the shots like from Graceland of the suit, actually it's a beautiful suit. I mean, it's cool. I that has
It
to
is
be my
beautiful.
honorable mention.
Yeah.
So now yours.
So mine. So this one goes out to Mr. Leslie Pillin because I said to her, because I said that we was recording this video,
Right.
and then it came to me. I'm like, oh shoot, she's gonna kill me because I didn't put her favorite suit in my top five. So I decided to put it in my honorable mentions because.
Let's do your drum roll then. We're gonna do a drum roll for you when you're ready. Ready?
Uh,
Here it
yep.
goes.
Oh my god, you got an drum roll. So my honorable mention is the unicorn,
Yeah. I,
and it's a beautiful, beautiful suit. Now, the only photo that I guess exists of him in it is in black and white.
yeah.
So, on the screen there should be two photos.
Well, it's just the
Him.
one. I couldn't get the other one in there to make it look good. It just didn't come through.
Oh, okay.
So I've got the one that's on the mannequin because you can see the
Right.
colors much better.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So I said the one on the mannequin. Yeah. So that's of it. So that's the suit on a mannequin,
Yeah.
in color.
Yeah.
But the one that we've got of him wearing it is in black and white. So
Yeah.
that's why I sent the other one because I said, like just to make sure, like, so people, because like some people aren't blessed with like the greatest eyesight,
Right.
and like it might be hard for him to see like the pattern on the suit and in the black and white photo.
Right. No, you can't.
So
You
that's
can't
why
see
I decided.
the colors are beautiful
Yeah,
with the red and all that. It's incredible.
yeah. So
And he wore
that's
this
my
in '70, didn't he? It was in '70 when
yeah.
he started wearing that. Yeah.
Mm. But
Well,
actually, he wore because it came out that he wore the brocades in '71 as well.
oh, did he?
Yeah. So in that fringe photo of him with the red scarf,
Right.
I was mistaken. So I said it was Vegas. It's not Vegas. It's
Okay.
actually Lake Tahoe.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But it's weird because like it's the Vegas setup, but it's not in Vegas. It's in Tahoe.
Yeah, they kind of had the same type of setup there in Tahoe, almost the same type of stage setup.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
never saw him in Tahoe. I have a relative that saw him in Tahoe, and they saw him in Vegas too, and they said it was almost the stage setup and all that was almost
pretty much the
identical.
same. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So yeah. I've got to correct my own mistake because yesterday I said that that's a photo of him in
yeah,
Vegas in '71. It's in Tahoe in '71. So thank you guys for watching this part, and we'll get back to us
yep,
yesterday.
yep. So I'm going to put this in with the rest of it, and you guys, well, I have some more coming after this. So y'all have a great day. Thanks, Dylan. We had fun.
Thank you.
Bye.
Uh, uh,
Yeah, sounds cool. But this has been fun, Dylan.
this has
For
been
those of
good.
you who don't know, Dylan and I first actually connected up about a year ago, and I think it was over. I think
Uh,
you had discovered that I had done some setup work for different artists. So that's how you and I connected. Started talking about that because there's a few years between you and me.
yeah,
So you know,
just a few.
just a few. What is it about 45 years difference? You know,
Uh,
but we've got a lot of the same taste. But as far as music too, you've got a lot of the same taste that I have in some of
yeah,
the older music. And that's great. We've developed a very good friendship here, and I enjoy our
yeah,
chats when we have
yeah.
chats. So
Oh, and by the way, I know that most of you watching will be subscribed to Rick anyway. But on the off chance that you're not, go go subscribe to Rick's channel. Like if you want like deep detailed like analysis. This that's not a word, but it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
If you
I love to break down a song. I love to break it down, take the vocals out, listen to the music, come back and listen to it. I love to do stuff like that.
yeah.
And now that
Oh,
I'm back and feeling good, and feeling healthy now, I'm going to start doing more of that. And I'm also going to start, like I've been promising for a while, is book reviews. So I'm going to start with a book a week, and I want to
yeah.
do a chat. I want to do like a book club live chat on a book. So trying to work that out, how we're going to do it, but I thank everybody for coming by. Hit your like button. That helps me out.
Yeah.
Subscribe. I have more stuff going. A lot of cool shorts coming up. My favorite
Yeah.
movie scenes. And I've also got some goofs from Elvis movies, too, that's going to be kind of cool. So, but thanks, everybody. Thank you, Dylan, for joining me. This has been fun.
This
Uh,
has been really.
and we will,
We'll see you next.
we'll see you next time.
All right.
Talk,
Bye.
talk to you. Bye.